Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is the hero's journey. For those of you that may not be familiar with it, there's a great documentary out right now. It's called Finding Joe. So you can go to findingjoethemovie.com. The hero's journey was a concept developed by Joseph Campbell, who's a famous mythologist, and went and studied traditions from all different times and all different cultures, and studied their myths and their legends and their stories, and recognized that literally all myths and stories, whether it's movies that we see or Aboriginal or Native American traditions, Greek and Roman mythology, yogic symbolism, all breaks down to one pattern. And this pattern is what he called the hero's journey, which symbolizes our experience as human beings. So it's really helpful for us to look to the myths and to look to other stories, and we recognize ourselves. We recognize ourselves in movies, or we read great epic novels, and we see these same patterns, and we recognize that we are all here fighting our own unique battles, and we each have different rites of passage and initiations that we go through. So the first stage in the hero's journey is the call to adventure, is to be called out of your comfort zone, to be called out of your normal daily life, to be called away from your family, away from your tribe, where you have to go and follow your own soul's journey, your own soul's calling. And Caroline Myss talks about having a soul contract, where we're each here to do different work. In Buddhism, we talk about dharma, that you have certain purposes and passions to fulfill this lifetime. So I'm going to be talking the next few weeks about the hero's journey because it's such a passion of mine, and I'm actually leading a whole retreat based on the hero's journey and the different battles that we're each here to fight. I'm leading a retreat to Peru for Spring Equinox 2012, where we're really going to dive into what are your personal rites of passage and battles that you're fighting, and what demons are you slaying, what dragons are you slaying within your own life, within your own relationships. Each of us are here fighting different battles. So the one thing I want to leave you with is one of the most important factors in the hero's journey is that when the soldiers or when the warriors or the heroes go into the forest and they go into battle, they each enter the forest at a different place. And this is crucial, that they don't just follow together on one path. Each person has a different path. So this week, I just want you to acknowledge what is your own personal path and how easy it is for us to look to someone else's path and to ask the questions, why don't I have that? Why isn't this coming to me in the same time? I do this all the time. I'm always comparing myself to other people, to colleagues, to my sisters, to friends, wondering why I don't have this or why this came so easily to someone else. So just this week, acknowledge your own heroine's journey or your own hero's journey, and see if you can look back on your life and notice certain patterns, certain similarities that keep coming up again and again that are your particular battles to fight. Some of us are really struggling to find our purpose in career. Some of us are really struggling to be in an intimate relationship. Some of us have a lot of challenges with money or physical health and wellness. So just be so compassionate with yourself and look at what your own battle is, where you're entering the forest, what your own path is, and really acknowledge that, and don't look to someone else's timing. My priestess Ariel always says, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's robbing you of your joy when you look to someone else's path. You can't fight their battles, and they can't fight yours. We have different dharma, different purpose. So tell us what your dharma is. What are some of the challenges that you particularly are facing, the rites of passages and thresholds that you've been faced with this lifetime? And share it with us if you haven't already checked out findingjoethemovie.com. Leave us a comment. Please share. And if you're interested in the Peru retreat, go to ashleyturner.org. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you so much.